you ever noticed how silence can be more powerful than words? When you suddenly stop contacting someone, it doesn't bring them relief. Instead, it sparks confusion, anxiety, and sometimes even obsession. The mind hates unanswered questions, and when you disappear, their brain starts searching for explanations. With no clear answers, the mind fills in the blanks, often making things even more intense. Today, we're diving deep into the real psychology behind the no contact rule and what truly happens inside your ex's mind when you go silent. Let's unravel the mystery together, starting with how silence shocks the brain. Humans are creatures of habit. When someone is used to hearing from you every day, your presence becomes a part of their daily routine. It's comforting, predictable, and expected. But when that pattern is suddenly broken, when there are no messages, no calls, and no reactions, the brain is thrown off balance. This abrupt change feels unnatural and unsettling, prompting the mind to search for reasons behind your sudden silence. The disruption of routine is the first shockwave that ripples through their thought. A familiar pattern is broken, the brain interprets it as a potential threat. It starts asking questions: what happened? Did I lose them? Why did they stop? This uncertainty creates mental tension and the mind becomes restless. The brain is wired to resolve unfinished emotional stories, so it keeps circling back to you, replaying memories and searching for closure. This is why your absence is so noticeable. It's not just about missing a person, but about the mind's need to resolve the unknown. As uncertainty lingers, the mind becomes even more focused on you. The lack of answers creates a loop of constant thoughts and questions. This mental tension can quickly turn into obsession as the brain tries to make sense of your silence. The more they think about what happened, the more they crave an explanation. This is the psychological power of the no contact rule. It keeps you at the center of their thoughts even when you're not around. Your attention was more than just a habit, it was a reward. Every message, reply, and interaction released small amounts of dopamine in their brain, giving them pleasure, validation, and emotional comfort. When you suddenly withdraw this attention, it's like taking away a reward they've come to expect. This triggers an emotional withdrawal effect, similar to what happens in addiction psychology. The absence of your attention creates a craving that's hard to ignore. Every interaction with you used to give their brain a little hit of dopamine, the feel-good chemical. Now with no contact, those hits are gone. The brain starts to crave what it's missing, just like it would with any other reward that suddenly disappears. This craving isn't about the frequency of your messages, but about the sudden absence. The more they go without, the more they want to reach out, hoping to get that feeling back. It's not the constant messages they miss, it's the sudden silence. Your absence creates a gap that their mind wants to fill. This emotional hunger grows stronger with time, making your presence feel even more valuable in hindsight. The no contact rule works because it leverages this psychological principle. People often want what they can't have, and your silence makes you seem just out of reach. No contact isn't just about emotions, it's about power. When you stop reaching out, you take back control of your attention. In relationships, attention equals power. Now, instead of them choosing distance, you are the one making that decision. This shift in control can be unsettling for your ex as it challenges their sense of importance and influence in your life. When you go silent, their ego starts to react. Questions arise: why are they ignoring me? Do they not care anymore? Did I lose my importance? The fear of losing control can be even stronger than the fear of losing love. This internal struggle can make your absence feel even more significant as their ego tries to regain the upper hand. By choosing not to reach out, you flip the dynamic of the relationship. Now they are the ones wondering and waiting. This power shift can be uncomfortable, especially if they were used to being in control. The no contact rule isn't about playing games, it's about reclaiming your own sense of agency and letting the other person feel the impact of your absence. There's no contact, imagination becomes stronger than reality. With no new information, their mind starts to fill in the gaps. They might imagine you moving on, being happier, or even forgetting about them. These imagined scenarios can be far more powerful than the truth, fueling anxiety and curiosity. The mind's tendency to create stories in the absence of facts keeps you at the forefront of their thoughts. Unanswered questions are like open loops in the mind. When you go silent, your ex is left with a series of unresolved thoughts. What are you doing? Are you thinking about them? Will you ever reach out again? These questions can become all-consuming, making it difficult for them to move on or find closure. The uncertainty keeps their attention locked on you. Stories they create in their mind can be more vivid and emotional than reality itself. Without contact, their imagination runs wild, often exaggerating scenarios or inventing new ones. This can intensify their feelings, making your absence feel even more significant. The mind's creativity can be both a blessing and a curse in these situations. As imagination takes over, a cycle of obsession can begin. The more they think about you, the more questions arise and the more they crave answers. This cycle can be difficult to break, especially when there's no new information to satisfy their curiosity. The no contact rule keeps you in their thoughts, often more intensely than if you were still in touch. Closure is something the mind desperately seeks. When you go silent, your ex may try to find closure in other ways, by replaying old conversations, analyzing your last words, or even reaching out to mutual friends. The lack of resolution keeps them emotionally invested as they search for a way to make sense of what happened. The emotional impact of no contact can feel like a roller coaster. One moment they might feel angry or hurt, the next they could feel hopeful or regretful. These shifting emotions are a natural response to the uncertainty and lack of closure. The mind swings between different feelings, making it hard to find peace. During no contact, your ex may start to reflect on their own actions. Self-doubt can creep in as they wonder if they made a mistake or pushed you away. This period of reflection can be uncomfortable, but it's also an opportunity for growth. Sometimes the silence forces people to confront their own feelings and behaviors in a way that constant communication never could. As time goes on, the urge to break the silence can become overwhelming. Your ex may feel tempted to reach out just to see if you'll respond. This urge is driven by the emotional hunger and curiosity created by your absence. The longer the silence lasts, the stronger this urge can become, making your next move even more impactful. No contact isn't just about affecting your ex, it's also a chance for you to grow. The silence gives both of you space to reflect, heal, and gain perspective. Sometimes stepping back is the only way to see things clearly. Whether or not you reconnect, this period of no contact can lead to personal growth and a deeper understanding of your own needs. Effects of the no contact rule can last long after the silence ends. The questions, emotions, and reflections it triggers can change the way both of you see the relationship. Whether it leads to reconciliation or closure, the psychological impact is real and lasting. Silence, when used intentionally, can be a powerful tool for both healing and transformation. In the end, the no contact rule is about more than just ignoring someone. It's a psychological process that triggers confusion, craving, ego struggles, and intense imagination. By understanding what happens inside your ex's mind, you can see why silence is so powerful. Whether you're seeking closure or hopping for a new beginning, remember that sometimes the most powerful message is the one you don't send.